to move right on because I had the pleasure of exclusively interviewing Yandy Smith and Portia Williams at the launch of their shop this weekend with Bloomingdale's in Lenox Square. And Portia was showcasing her Pampered line, and Yandy was also showcasing her Yo Cosmetics line. And so it's skincare, cosmetics, everything is on there. So we want to go ahead and play that interview. So the two black women in Bloomingdale's, it's a big deal. How do you feel about being here and partnering together at this place, at this time, in this moment? What's so special about now?
I feel amazing. I feel amazing to be here. This is a retail that is so luxury. We've grown up with Bloomingdale. It's been around for 20 years. So to be able to make my mark here and have my children see it and have other amazing entrepreneurs see it, you can make it. Doesn't matter where you come from, how you do it, you can get here.
Can you?
And I feel like there's no better time than sisterhood at this very moment. And you know, I feel like God, He appears and He works through people at certain times in your life. And Yandy gave me a call out the clear blue. She had launched her skin company, Yale, here a couple of weeks prior, and said, "Hey sis, what you think about bringing Pampered by Portia sheets to Bloomingdale's?" I'm like, yes. And she stepped in, put me on with everyone, and now we're here representing as sisters. We will be the black-owned companies of Bloomingdale's, which will be absolutely amazing.
Oh my God!
And we are groundbreaking.
Yes, because this is what it's all about. Telling them that you guys can do whatever you want to do, especially absolutely because you know you guys have been in reality TV for a long time, and there's not a lot of unification in reality TV.
Right.
But you guys are showing that that's completely different. When was the last time you had to yell at someone, and when was the last time you pampered someone? You better answer.
Okay, the last time I had to yell at someone. No, pamper. Oh, pamper. The last time I Okay, so I did my husband's face the other day. And he got pampered.
Okay.
He deserved it, so he got pampered.
Yeah, you better pamper that man.
I love that. Okay, yell.
Will you be yelling this season? We don't think that gonna be yelling.
Well, I am going through the woods. I've been yelling a lot. I've been yelling a lot. But I've also been pampering myself. So
I know that's right.
She didn't give you no sheets to review? Portia, send us some Pampered. I would love to try on your sheets, and I got a beautiful bed, child.
I do too, but you know how the rich stay rich, honey. So you know that why I didn't get no damn sheets. However, I was honored to be able to do that. So I want to thank Epi Media for allowing me to interview them and air it here on No Chaser TV. And also a funny story. When I got there, and you know I finally got my opportunity to interview them, Portia pulls me aside very quickly. Not pulled me aside, but just said to me, "We got time for about 2 questions, okay?" So I'm like, fuck, I had a whole thing. If I could show you the list of questions I had, I was going to get into some tea, honey. I had questions for Yandy and Portia, and I only got 2. So those are the 2 that I got in. But Portia, being who she is, even though I didn't necessarily ask her about what was going on with her and Simon, she still gave us a little insight that she's been yelling. And since she gave us that insight that she's been yelling, and we all know that that Tori B is obsessed with this Portia and Simon drama, we're going to get right into it with our Real Housewives of Atlanta expose, because there's a lot of tea going on. The new season is finally filming, and these girls can't keep their binds. What? I was going to say something else. Let me not say that. I'm glad I love that. These girls cannot keep their ass off social media spoiling it for everyone. But since they're spoiling it, we might as well talk about it, right?
Yep.
All right. So give me 1 second. Here we go. I should have marked this, but I didn't. So, oh, well. Oh, hell, well. So as you all know, Portia and Dennis have been arguing back and forth on social media. And I think Simon, I'm going to let you know what, Tori B? You take it away and tell us what Simon said, and then tell us what Portia said, please.
Okay, so this particular video it's a photo, is actually too much because we're not supposed to be knowing the storylines or what's happening on the show. So this is of Shamia celebrating her birthday, and her husband gifted her a Rolls Royce. So Simon took it upon himself to say, congratulations, my good sis Shamia Morton. I'm happy for you. My brother Gerald has excellent taste in fine automobile. Look forward to watching the only cast member on with a Rolls Royce. Messy ass Simon. And then
okay, go ahead.
Then we had Portia with the snapback, or should I say the clapback?
Yeah, she might have snapped back, but yeah, it's the
clapback. Portia says, Simon, don't forget a debt-free husband who is a U.S. citizen. My bestie is winning. Welcome to RHOA, Queen Mumbai.
Okay, so then Simon has been trying to clear his name all over social media. I did not bother to capture it because he's not a housewife. But Kenya Moore did go ahead and chime in, and she said, Tori B.
Simon, I have a Rolls Royce, but I bought my own.
So I guess that was her way of showing some sort of support to Portia and Shamia by checking him and letting him know, baby, no. She's not the only one, and I've had mine, and I bought my own, so don't do it. Don't pull it. And then let's see here. I think this is the last comment that we got.
Yes. So, Portia posted this on her story. Being single and not wanting nobody is a different type of healed. Whereas Mr. Dennis McKinley commented and said, come on home, boo. Woo, child. This is a love triangle. It's been a love triangle for a long time. Okay, Dennis.
I mean, is it a love triangle? Because where's the love?
I mean,
let me go ahead and put this up before I get to reading.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a crazy dynamic from the start. Remember, Portia had her own spinoff, which got way too physical for my liking. And so this is very interesting. Their whole dynamic, all three of them, has been crazy. So I don't know. It's messy as hell.
I'm glad that you took the time to speak because my impulse was going to say something about Dennis and animals, allegedly, but I'm not going to do it.
Child.
We're going to move on from that, because he, in more Real Housewives of Atlanta tea, it seems like Portia and the new girl Kelly are beefing. It's what I'm getting from it because she keeps saying like that girl Kelly or the restaurant lady, she's throwing her little shade at Kelly, and Kelly looks to be like a little short stick of dynamite. So I guess that's a feud leading into this season that we'll see. I think Shamia's friends with Kelly, so maybe they do know each other, but Portia's not giving her anything. Desert does, throwing a lot of shade at Kelly, so we'll see. I don't want to see anything play out, but it like Kelly going. These new girls, they'll fight Portia back, so she may want to be weary. Why, just watch out.
And told Kelly's business.
Yes, about Kelly getting divorced, correct?
Yeah, like that wasn't like I'm gonna be honest with you. Portia's telling too much business.
I think it's Bravo directed though, because she can't tell anything that Bravo doesn't want her to. If Bravo didn't want her to, she would have been like, well, I can't say nothing, because they definitely get the girls when they get the girls. So I honestly think that this is a part of the new strategy for Bravo, is to get these new girls out there, get social media going, get a buzz around them. But it's becoming a backlash because people just want a little bit, but they don't want everything.
I don't want everything. Like, we already see that Shamia got a Rolls Royce for her birthday. She's spilling the tea on these people's marriages, but I kind of understand it a little bit if that is their strategy. I'm gonna say this. Oakley, I forgot her first name.
Angela
Oakley doesn't have a huge following. And neither does Britt, right?
None of them have a lot of followers. They're 4,000 and 5,000.
Yeah, they don't have a huge following, so they need to get their numbers up. They're not out there. They're not influencers. That's why I thought Ming would be a good fit, but I guess she didn't test well.
She would, but whatever.
Yeah, but I guess she wasn't a good fit. But to be honest, I'm gonna be annoyed if I already know some of the storylines that's already evolving. So, I wish they would hold back just a little bit. I'm excited. I know for a fact Angela is going to be a firecracker. Her husband is Charles Oakley. He's a firecracker by himself. So yeah, and he fights. So
Well, we're gonna see what happens. Those clips are courtesy of the RHOA Talk on Twitter, and they also released this video of Shamia's birthday.
yeah.
All of the ladies were in attendance, Cynthia Bailey and Kenya Moore included. And Cynthia Bailey went ahead and finally gave us comment on her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she says, I feel like the show has been just okay for the past couple of years. No shade, but it just has. And it has not thrived the way Atlanta has always thrived. We were number one for so long, and to watch it not be number one was really hard. Even sitting on the sidelines, it really, really was. So I think some new blood was needed. And from what I can tell, these ladies seem like they really have it going on. And I'm so excited to meet them. I've always been open to the idea of popping in and out as a friend. I did it last season, and my fans loved it. Um, she goes on to further cement that Bravo was able to work around my schedule, just letting me get in where I fit in, and they made it known to me that they were interested in me being full-time friend of the show, and being a friend in a more official capacity this time around. And so now we have Cynthia Bailey back. I'll be honest with you. I think Cynthia, I think I said it last week, Cynthia's back because Candy didn't come back. But what we saw, the little bit of Cynthia that we saw last season, and I know Jasmine reviewed the Real Housewives of Atlanta last season as well. She's in the comments. Hey, Jasmine. I think that it's a good idea because in those 2 or 3 scenes, every time Cynthia came in, she got story popping and she got popping quick. She sat down. So why don't you girls like each other? She didn't even sit down. She was sitting down and was saying it like, let's get right to it. She got some dialogue going. So I'm all okay for Cynthia being there and doing what she needs to do to get these storylines moving along. And I think that she'll probably be happier in that role. Now, lastly, in the Real Housewives of Atlanta T front, everybody is upset about casting. We know that Ming didn't get on the show, but another person, courtesy of the RHOA Talk, who wants to let it be known that she has been approached on more than one occasion and has not gotten a job, is
Oh.
Premadonna. Production, please move that comment for me, sir. Girl, I think I'll be giving, I don't know, I think I'll be, oh Lord, Jesus, I think I'll be giving them breaks or something. I don't know what's going on. Well, go ahead and read that comment. I'm going to move this, but go ahead and read the comment from Premadonna.
Me, I'm the spark. Now, whoever is on the cast that keeps telling producers they will quit if I join, please stop. I come in peace or pieces, dice and diamonds. I done interviewed 3 times now. Okay, I spilled it. Oops.
Go ahead and remove that for me, production, please, by selecting the picture. As a matter of fact, don't remove it. Leave it up. Read it one more time for me.
Me, I'm the spark. Now, whoever is on the cast that keeps telling producers they will quit if I join, please stop. I come in peace or pieces, dice and diamonds. I done interviewed 3 times now. Okay, I spilled it. Oops.
I will leave the show if she comes. So
yeah, I'm not. Wasn't she on Love and Hip Hop?
She is on Love and Hip Hop, but she never gave me Love and Hip Hop. And I felt like the criticism of Premadonna before she joined. I know her first season of Love and Hip Hop, back like season 4, people felt at that time, that was years ago now, people felt that she may have been more suited for Housewives. I have not watched her on the subsequent spinoffs or the Miami series, so I don't know what Premadonna's giving now, but back then that was what she gave to the people. So I don't know whether or not she gives Housewives or not. But I mean, oops, I told it, like, it's not a oops, it's not a gimme gotcha. Nobody knew that you interviewed. And I'm telling you, I helped cast on the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12, and not 12, 11, my recommendation actually made it. You know how I recommend it?
Who?
I'm gonna gag. I have been in this thing, I've been doing this thing for a long time. I recommended Shamari DeVoe.
I thought they should have gave Shamari another another.
Y'all had shitted on Shamari so bad that first half of that season.
I liked
And no,
Shamari.
that was
She was
fine. She
fun.
ghetto. She loving hip hop. She always drunk. So
I,
by the end of that reunion, it was about. I feel like they had already made their decision, and they offered all those that contract that they offer people when they don't want to outright fire them, allegedly, when they give you reduced
Lois.
episodes, and allegedly her husband said she wasn't going for that, and y'all paying her out to be the town drunk. Everybody ended up loving her by the end of the season, but that's because y'all don't give people a chance.
I liked Shamari. I didn't see nothing wrong with Shamari.
I don't know Shamari DeVoe personally, but I just recommended her because, of course, I knew she was from Black. She stayed in Atlanta, and her husband was Ronnie DeVoe of the legendary New Edition, and they were like an Atlanta music couple. They were looking for music connections, just the Atlanta thing, right? And so I just was like, I recommended a lot of people actually. Shamar was one of them, and a couple other girls I recommended that either A did not want or B just didn't make the cut for whatever the reason. But when the press release came out and Shamar was on, I was like, wait a damn minute. Because they don't tell you after you do your thing, they don't tell you anything, right?
Yeah.
They don't tell you, and that season was a season that it was like radio silent on social media in regards to what was happening with filming. So we really didn't know, that she was on the show. But yeah, I just know for the people in the group chat that I did not recommend Premadonna. So there's that. All right, let's move on.
I wouldn't be here for her joining. I'm not a
But
fan.
why? But see, here's the thing I be having, the issue that I have with y'all, and I said it about me, not y'all, but just people. Y'all know who y'all are, who say like girls like mean too ghetto and stuff like that. I first of all hate that word ghetto. I try not to use it, especially in relation to black people, because what is ghetto?
I wouldn't call her ghetto.
I'm just saying, and those the ladies with that type of aesthetic, right? And my thing is, if mean ghetto so was Nene Leakes. And that's all I got to say about that. And what did Nene Leakes end up being? The greatest Real Housewife of all time. Now put that on the Hot 100. Because at the number one of that list is going to be Nene Leakes. And if it wasn't no Nene Leakes, you wouldn't have had no damn beat going, because wasn't nobody going to sit around and watch Kim Zolciak, Deshaun Snow, Lisa Wu, and Sheree Whitfield by themselves. You needed a firecracker, a spark, an energetic person to get that thing going. So when y'all call the girls ghetto, I do not be here for it. Because even if I am ghetto, I deserve a seat at the table too.
That's not my issue with Premadonna though.
Well, I'm just saying in general for the girls that you ghetto. Now, what's your issue with Pre?
She's just not my type of she's not my aesthetic. But I think all right.
What do you say aesthetic? What does that mean?
So what I mean is, all right. You gonna get mad.
I'm not.
She might not be as palatable for a broad audience. Not ghetto.
Fuck that. Yeah, I am gonna get mad.
I told you.
So then why is that? But that's a broad audience. So her aesthetic, you don't want to see someone who looks like her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
No, not that. So for me, right?
Right.
I'm in a huge market. I'm in New York. What I'm thinking, I can't just think about me. I got to think about the whole audience. You got to think about how, even though Atlanta grew to be that girl, because they actually came up, right? We saw them come up from very low, from their budgets just kept going up. We see the difference between Nene season 1 and Nene season 8, 9, 10. Come on, but for me, I don't know what she's giving. I don't see it. I didn't care for her on Miami. I don't watch Miami. That's really not my thing either.
I ain't going for it. You want to know why I'm not going for it? Because I am a fat, black, loud gay man. And everybody tell me I should be on TV. Everybody tell me I should be on reality. And I have a fear of even trying to do it. I'm just saying, but I have a fear of even trying to do it because I don't think I'm ugly, honey, because baby, no. She's not, okay? But I don't see what I give in my aesthetic on a national platform. So because historically it is not something that is presented, right? I don't think that, even though I know I have what it takes to do anything that I want to do in this life, in this world, that I would be cast to do anything like that because I'm not palatable. And I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I got to be honest with you. I think it's a crock of bullshit.
What's her branding? What's Premadonna's brand?
I thought Premadonna was like a chef, and you know she was doing her seasoning line, and it's like a cook, cooks. I know she had the waist trainers. That's what blew her up at first. The
Right.
waist trainers. Then she had like the slow cooker kind of thing, the pressure cooker, and then her seasonings and stuff like that. So it seems to be based off of like what do they call that kind of stuff? Like a personal brand, but it's a word they use for personal brands. I'm sorry, but it's something like that. It's like I feel like it's relatable. I feel like it's the Atlanta thing. Look who they cast.
She's an entrepreneur. That is a good way to brand her. And who said it? I ain't saying nothing about her having broad shoulders. Don't put that in my mouth. She doesn't have a broad appeal. What I mean is she's regional, not really like, let's say, like she is somebody like.
So when are we going to change that? When are we going to make girls like her national?
She got to do something else. I don't know.
No, she don't. Y'all need to do something else. Because everybody, let me tell you something, okay? The people, 9 times out of 10, the people who be hollering about what's acceptable, what's palatable, what's this, what's that, are not themselves. So, for me, someone like Preston is not fat, okay? But Preston is not conventionally like, when you see gays on television, they're like 6-packs, abs, 6 foot plus, chiseled face, chiseled physique, especially across Bravo when they're white twinks, okay? So Preston, even though I'm not his biggest fan as far as the show is concerned, I'm his biggest fan as far as what he brings to the table because it's something different, it's something much needed, and it's something that deviates from the norm, okay? I know people were
What is
so
his brand,
upset.
though? What is his brand? What does Preston do?
He's a black advocate who is on television as a consultant, but who gives a shit about what his brand is?
It is kind of important though.
But he's on a national television show where he can take the scope of that show and build a brand if he does not already have one. What's Bria's brand?
I don't know. Sorry. Don't she live
What's
on the Upper
Jordan's
West
brand?
Side? I don't know.
I just really feel like that's a bunch of bullshit
is.
you're talking today, Tori B. I do. I gotta be
I'm
honest.
just asking you. You have to have a brand. It's the
No,
same
you
thing.
don't.
It's the
No,
same
you
thing.
don't. What was Nini's brand?
That was how many years ago? How many years ago was that?
What is anybody's brand?
I'm asking you a question. How many years ago was that?
That was over 15 years ago.
Okay,
so
it's different now. So
it's not different. It is different now, but why does it need to be different? Why can't these people be on television being
I don't
themselves?
make the rules, boo. What I'm trying to tell you
But you uphold the rules, boo.
No, I'm telling you.
Rules are for fools, and rules are made to be broken.
As somebody who works in corporate America,
you can be the change.
I don't make the rules.
But you can write your own.
But we don't make the decision. All right, let me explain it to you in music terms.
I know everything you're saying. I just don't agree with it. I know.
All right, don't agree with it. I'm just saying.
Are a bunch of bullshit, and you up here spouting them is a bunch of bullshit.
You got to work within the system, and that's
no, but we can't work within the system when you won't let the bitches in the door.
So tell the corporate people that.
Because y'all don't think they're palatable. Y'all don't think they're palatable. But then again, we sit up here all the time and say that Bravo does not understand its black audience. So then we tell black people they're not palatable when there's definitely somebody 9 times out of 10 who can look at Premadonna and say, I relate to that bitch. She's a millionaire. Somebody related to it.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So then that means she has a what? An audience. You don't get that. You don't get to be a millionaire without having an audience, boo.
She do have an audience. It's just
and the great thing about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the great thing even in music terms about a girl group is if I don't identify with the other 5 bitches, I identify with this one. There's a lot of shows I don't identify with any of them, and that's okay. I don't agree. Give me some comments.
Bravo said he's not for that platform. I'm gonna just leave it as that.
I mean, that's your square, but I don't agree with anything that you're saying. And
here's the other thing.
If you gave me a better reason why she's not for that platform, I would agree. But I'm always never gonna be here for palatable being in.
Do you watch Love and Hip Hop Miami?
No, I don't.
Then you prove my point.
No,
That
didn't prove your point. Why do you think I don't watch Love and Hip Hop Miami?
I don't know why.
Okay, so then what point did I prove?
I'm asking you, do you watch? She's on there. I
said no, but then you said I proved your point, but that's not why I don't watch.
Okay,
I don't watch Love and Hip Hop because I auditioned for Love. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop anymore because I auditioned for it and I didn't get cast on the show because they didn't go with gays that year. Okay, so I just was on a boycott from Love and Hip Hop. So there it is.
I don't watch Love and Hip Hop at all.
But there are people who do.
Right. So I'm not their audience.
But guess what? The people, you don't watch that, but there are people who do that watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Blackness is, we always say all the time, blackness is not a monolith, but we continue to make, we continue to cast people.
Bravo, boo.
We continue to cast people. We continue to cast people that prove otherwise. And then we say, oh, why would you, when you cast somebody like Sleep Study, what the sleep number name is, sleep apnea, what's her name?
Which one, Jordan?
No, who was on Beverly Hills and is no longer on Beverly Hills? What's her name?
Crystal? Which one?
No, Crystal's not black.
Oh, Anna Marie.
Yeah. When you cast someone like Dole Marie because she's palatable and then she gets up there and says a proper bullshit, then all of us be mad. I just think that for every Anna Marie, there's a room for another Premadonna. And it looked like to me they got 3 or 4 of them already on there, so that's fine with me. But because Premadonna is not palatable, is not a viable excuse for me as to why she should not be cast for this show. Maybe she does not test well with this friend group. Maybe she didn't do good in the environment. Maybe, but I have been on the other side of Bravo casting where they have specifically told me, helping them cast Summer House before there was a Martha's Vineyard, that, you know, they're not necessarily looking for a certain, they're not looking for black people in a certain way, the way they told me, but what they told me was they were looking for black people at that time, right? The person that I recommended ended up getting on The Bachelorette. Now, if that ain't palatable, I don't know what it is.
Well, child, they tried to cast me for Bachelorette. Here we go.
Okay, but I know somebody who got on the show. I know somebody who was a Bachelorette, or whatever you call them. What do you call them, ladies?
I don't know. I don't know.
She wasn't a Bachelorette, but she was on The Bachelor, and she was actually like one of the ladies.
One of the contestants.
One of the dates. One of the contestants, yeah. So if you can get on The Bachelor, you definitely can get on some White People Summer House. That's all I got to say, because you're palatable. You know what I mean? You're definitely palatable to be on that show. So, anywho, we're going to move forward. The people in the comments are going off, child. Now, Torby, you got your first. That's going to be your first ass one, because I think they're going to get you, girl. I really do.
They're not going to get me. People agree with me.
A lot of people don't. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. You're not going to always agree with us.
Premadonna
because people was jumping on my ass about Wendy. People jumping on my ass about Wendy, and it is what it is. It is what it is.
Premadonna would be better suited for Now That's TV or Zeus. Thank you, Donna J.
She be on the TV fighting, so she fights? She's a fighter?
No, I don't watch. I don't know. I don't watch.
I'm asking whoever that was who said that. Whoever said that. Premadonna's been on that fighting?
I don't watch that stuff.
Because if that's the case, then we can say Portia would be great for Zeus and Now That's TV as well, right?
Somebody said, TKC said Premadonna was in the door. She blew it. That could be also it. I mean,
they don't interview you more than once if they don't want to, baby. That's all I know. Trust me when I tell you, they ain't coming. If they don't want you, they don't want you.
She probably didn't test well then.
That's what it was.
Oh, and somebody said they wouldn't work with her. That's what she.
Well, she's saying in her tweet that somebody said they wouldn't do it if she did it.
Right.
So, but that's Atlanta for you. As opposed to us getting that good drama on that TV show and figuring out why. I feel like there's a couple of girls from Love and Hip Hop who will probably do great in Real Housewives of Atlanta environments because, like it or not, just as we said earlier, that, you know, you have to have a brand, and this is not 15 years ago or whatever when Nene Leakes joined the show. It is not 15 years ago, and the black women in their mid to late 30s, early 40s, maybe even 50s are not the same set of women that they were 15 to almost 20 years ago. The things they want now then, and I can't speak for, I'm not a black woman, so I'm not trying to speak on behalf of black women, but I stayed in Atlanta and I been around these people. They just in our mindset as Black people in general. You know, people do want family. They do want children, but they also want careers. They're also waiting a little longer now until they have more financial stability with money being crazy right now. Like, as opposed to, you know, if you didn't get married by your 20s and have children in your 20s, then, you know, they felt like 30s is too old. And what are you doing? You're never going to be married. You were undateable. That's not the case anymore. You know what I mean? So things have just changed. Priorities have changed, and they're more in line with the times now. And I actually feel like the cast that we have might bring us a great show, and I'm actually looking forward to them. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move forward. That's the debate. Me and Tori B ain't gonna always agree, and I'm gonna say Tori B has known me for years. And Tori B, is this me?
Yep.
Baby, if I don't agree, well, let's talk about it.
He don't like Wendy, and I do.
Well, what you want them to beat me up now? What's that about? You can't just take your lashes. I got to get mine too. Good Lord. The people, ooh, geez Louise. Hey, to the people, it's so many people in the group chat. And it's a lot of new people in the group chat. So, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for joining us. This is happy hour here at No Chaser TV. And I decided not to be on that yak today. I'm going a little, you know, what, because this weekend is a holiday weekend. And I'm going to be toe up from the floor, what, school? Toe up from the floor, what, school?